The representative of the president, our respected chairman, I am standing on the existing protocol. I have a threat before me at this time. I must humbly recognize the chairman of the board of NAPI, my teacher, my mentor, our senior brother, our guide. Definitely there is a problem. I am most humbly standing on whatever the past speakers have said about our grandfather, leader, and a shining example in my concept, the Hassan. But many people may like what I will say. From the situation of the North, and indeed in Nigeria, every child in the street to the elite, if they are truly there, know that the state of Nigeria is a solid state. The state of the North is totally hopeless. Speaking the truth to the situation is meant for patriots. People who present leaders in power, they are deceits, they are threats. Let me, for example, reading from the contents of the second edition of the lecture series. True to itself, that is the true state of the nation. It took time to compile with details, but unfortunately, the attendance to me is what I'm extremely disturbed about. From the theme of this year's lecture, talking about from the sacrifice to strategy, this word alone ought to have made all the government in the North to be here as early as 8. They don't have the thinking, they don't have the sacrifice, they don't understand it, they don't also have no strategy for the country. They don't care about our future. The system is rotten, sincerely. The representative of Mr. President, listen, you are in Northern. Governors that are right here cannot attend this. They don't understand. We quickly make referrals to countries that matters in the world. But nobody can tell American leadership or a child or a student that their founding fathers matters not. Quickly that person or those persons are enemies of the land. But here in Nigeria, those who are in leadership position don't even understand what leadership is all about. Number 2, from that book and from the deceit going on, I wish we have done. I wish I may be arrested here because I'll speak the truth. Dr. Bukake has spoken, and let me say I adopt all he said. But there is too much to say. Too much. I actually jotted so many things. It's right here in my pocket. I think I jotted 18 pages to talk about. If we are sincere, if we are serious, if we care about the future, if we are all fathers, if we care that we have children, and there's so much to say. We are going to see, including the leadership, there is the need for NAPI being chaired by General Haruna and the board being chaired by Congress. So in the name of God Almighty, with Northern Elders Forum, Area Conservative Forum, the leadership should, outside a one-day conference, but organized a one-week retreat for the North. Because we are directionless, we care not about ourselves. Things are happening. Those in high positions are involved. They are insensitive. They snatch money. They take from the president. They take it outside the country. No sooner another 1 month comes, they will come paying compliment telling him lies about the state of the North and indeed the state of the country. That is hypocrisy. Another important thing is we are being deceived and including the elite. We believe the child has dried up. And because the white man has said so, we believe it. We will not take an inch to find out why is it shrinking. Is it desertification? Or is it truly drifting? Or is it actually dying? The chance is in that. That's what many people don't know. I'm challenging geologists. It's in that, it's desertification. Serious-minded countries across the world today have discovered that the sand on top of the cat is the special fertilizer the entire world is in need of. That's billions of dollars sitting. And we call it dry and we believe it. All the companies involved in the cat, we are sitting until they tell us, give us the data and we believe it is true. What makes us elite? We don't ask questions, we don't do real research, or we did theory, and we believe in it. Leaders should be under the sun. They should check. They should check data and see it physically. There are numerous companies open to help us, but there are some other companies who are telling us to run away from them. And we can understand this international technical politics. So if the child is around and there is too much for us to benefit, but here the elites are the ones complaining, including the government. While Boko Haram is sitting there fishing and having their market in the south from Central Chad, they use the money to buy arms, kill our soldiers, kill our police. They are making money. They are making far larger than life, and we are losing soldiers. And all we come to do is say we are insecure. The country is insecure, and we believe we sit down and lift up them together. What are we doing? Is that leadership? So many mineral resources. Well, I have 2 minutes, like I said. I really need time. That's why I'm paying. Let me just give another example. AI, alternative intelligence. The world has moved. AI. I prefer to be given an opportunity in AI than to be given the entire oil in Nigeria. We don't have to complain. There is too much money. A typical Nigerian youth are active in social media. That is what you require to invest in AI. What does it cost for you to invest in AI? The world has changed. There is a premium in the world, but it goes through AI. What are we complaining about? Poverty. But there is too much for us to utilize. Among those countries that have all the requirements that AI requires, Nigeria is classified to be among the first category. And we don't know, or we don't have the money to invest. Let me take for example. The entire northern Nigeria, there is no data center for AI. No one. In the entire Nigeria, it's only in Lagos, one single data center for Nigeria. And that is hundreds of billions going away. Because in communication, every second is money. Where is our investment? Why should we be waiting for government subvention when there is what you can get 100 times more than what government is giving you? Opportunities are open. It's not for us to use our internet if we are ready. But I tell you, with all sincerity, we are directionless. And there are so many people who don't care. I pity you truly, sincerely. I pity the leadership of Netflix. You invited all the cream of leaders in the north. They are not here. The few that are here have spoken. Maybe their walls are paying them because they are working from home. That is not a society. Too much to say here, because the ingredients that makes AI, or what will establish AI data center, is right here behind this town. It mountains, lithium, rhodium, cellular, Wi-Fi, water, electricity. If you have problem with electricity, today there are packets that is accepted of nuclear branches of battery that can power your data center. For the single data center, you can have all the money to make what you want. You don't need government. Time has come. You don't need government. You don't. Why can't we get our orientation changed? I'm living my life. I don't worry. Don't worry. I'm living right now. Like I said, I have too much, but there is no time. I am here on the invitation of my teacher, and I have seen what has happened here. I'm going back with pain. I know there is something wrong with the leadership of the North. Either they don't acknowledge General Hassan, or they don't know the meaning of founding fathers, or they don't respect culture, or they don't respect history, or they don't respect future. You're investing in it, and they care less. A carefree person that is in whatever position, particularly when its environment is threatened, that is not a leader, that is a burden, no matter who he is. I thank you, I don't have time, but I thank you for the opportunity.
The former Chief Security Officer to the President.